It's my 54th year in the car business. I'm on my 44th now being a dealer. And I'm as happy today being a Chevrolet dealer as I was the day I signed up. And I just wouldn't trade it for anything else I've ever done in my life.
Who among us would not like to feel as passionate about our jobs as Bob McDorman still does about his, especially at age 74? That fire-in-the-belly attitude about Chevrolets in general, and Corvettes specifically, has kept him at the forefront of Corvette history both as a dealer and a collector. Bob McDorman began the dealership that bears his name in suburban Columbus, Ohio in 1965, just after Corvette entered its second decade, and Corvette production was in the middle of the mid-years. But 8 years before he became a dealer, he became aware of Corvettes right from the start.
In 1953, a Chevrolet dealer that was in the town of London, Ohio, where I live, came around the corner in a 53 Corvette. And I realized who was driving it. And I was mowing my mother's lawn. I thought, damn. Yeah, well, I went down to Sherman the next day and I spent 2 hours looking at the car. Just couldn't believe they designed a car that sharp. So from then on, I really loved them. I never could own one. When they came out with a 63 split one, I wanted that so bad I could taste it, So I really never got to own one until I became a dealer.
At that point, however, a case could easily be made that Bob McDorman made up for lost time. The present collection, spread out over more than half a dozen buildings at the back of the dealership's lot, contains, at last count, well over 100 vintage and newer Corvettes, along with 80 or 90 classic Chevrolets of all kinds. More than 200 cars.
Okay, here's a dream scenario. You're one of the largest, best-known Corvette dealers anywhere in the country. And through the years, you have the ability to say to your customers, here's a Corvette for you, and here's a Corvette for me. And you'd wind up with one of the most amazing collections to be found anywhere. In a very real sense, that's what Bob McDorman has done.
But more to the point, this is actually the third incarnation of Bob's collection. Others have come and gone for various reasons. And in reality, he didn't normally take his collectibles from his own showroom. He'd find them wherever he could.
Kept working to get like serial number ones and stuff like that. I didn't get any off of General Motors. I bought them off of dealers or individuals.
But wherever they came from, they're impressive. Rows and rows of pristine Corvettes, at least one from every year of production. And that focus on low serial numbers, it's a bit overwhelming. Everywhere you look, there are cars that are among the first to roll off the assembly line during their year of production.
I'm more interested in about as much as anything. Low mileage is the next thing. Or very high option cars that they build, very few of them. I'm interested in that. Or a celebrity car like Jay Leno or something like that. I'm trying to get one off Jay Leno right now.
Well, there's certainly precedent for that. Former celebrity-owned Corvettes are spread throughout this collection and underscore the appeal of Corvette to all levels of society, including celebrities. Interestingly, it was not Chevrolet that sealed Bob McDorman's destiny. When he was in college, a friend returned one semester with a brand new 51 Ford that Bob thought was beautiful.
And I decided right then, that's really what I want to do, is get in the car business, because I've always loved cars.
But for as long as he can remember, Bob McDorman has been a GM, Chevy, and particularly Corvette guy.
The Corvette's every model change, body style change I like. I have not really seen a bad one.
And en route to having one of the premier Corvette collections in the country, he has built perhaps the nation's largest collection of original GM and Chevrolet neon signs, roughly 500 of them, all in working condition. This sign, one of only 2 known to exist, has an estimated value of more than $100,000. It stands near a built-from-the-ground-up classic service station that is among Bob McDorman's favorite possessions. But for Corvette enthusiasts, all these extras simply provide a nice setting for where the real interest lies, in more than 9 dozen Corvettes that would make even the slightest fan envious. And at a time in life when most people have long since retired, Bob McDorman is still looking for his next car deal.
And I tell everybody in here, I'm going to work this dealership until I'm 99. And I'm going to consider retirement. Not saying I will, but I'm going to consider it, you know.
It's easy to run out of superlatives for Bob McDorman's amazing collection, so we'll just say thanks, Bob, for a great visit. Now, after the break, I'll be back with a word about the next episode of Vet Collections. Stay with us. We'll be right back.